Hi, Elaine Williams here. I am founder and creator of Captivate the Crowd and Camera Speaker Training Program. And today I wanted to talk about your words. You know, a lot of people tell me that they are terrified they're going to forget their words. First of all, a lot of people worry about what exactly to say, and I love to help people with that, with crafting their message and coming really from the core, and that's a whole nother video. But today I wanted to talk about a professional tip that I've learned from doing stand-up comedy for 10 years and being a motivational speaker for almost 15. And, you know, I started doing commercials when I was really young and fell into movies and theater and did all kinds of things. Now, one of the best ways to make sure that you know what you're going to say is to really get grounded. A lot of times what happens is we get anxious, especially if we're new to speaking, or maybe we've never spoken in front of 500 people. It's only been like 20. Anytime it's a new situation or a new topic or something new, it can throw us off. So that's why I'm such a big believer in meditation, doing grounding exercises, working out hard to help you get grounded. Because when you're coming from a centered place in your core, you're 20 times more likely to remember what you wanted to say. And there's a couple other things I want to share with you. I don't believe in memorizing your whole thing word for word. It can feel too constricting, and then if you get thrown off, you can forget where you are. And so I'm a big believer in scripting, but in outline form. And then after I've worked it like that, I believe in doing bullets, because you're the expert, right? And so ideally, if you were like in a relaxed place, you could talk about your topic forever. You know, like a lot of times I just worked with some people for this. We had a speaker promo day, and, you know, I was working with people leading up to the event, and people were like, oh, I'm worried about this and this. And I said, but here's the thing. If someone said, I'll give you $1 million to do your talk tonight, and you could get grounded and centered, you could do it tonight because you know what you're talking about, because this is your area of expertise. You are an expert in whatever it is that you teach or do or coach, right? And so, you know, if I had to, I could talk about speaking for hours because I love it. I love performing. I love the arts. I love coaching. I could tell you story after story after story. I won't do that, don't worry. But if, you know, if I had to, I could go on and on and on. If you said, Elaine, I'll give you $1 million just to talk and tell me every single thing that you know, I'd be like, all right, let's do it, you know? So I believe the key is to really craft your outlines. And then when I rehearse, I move, I walk, and I talk, because it keeps my energy going. And I try to get the words in my mouth, which is why I love to warm up so that I get in a peak state. And I really like to chew on the words. And that's what actors do. When we go to auditions, we're always like over the script and we're saying things out loud to get the words in your mouth. So a lot of people don't know that, or they don't know exactly how to do that. And I go into that more in my courses and the one-on-one trainings that I do with my clients. But here is a trick, a tip I'm going to give you. Bullet points. Bullet points. I do this for comedy shows. I've done this for speeches. And here's the thing. Now, I like to rehearse a lot. So I will run it. I will run it a few times. Even if I've done it, like the one of the college talks that I've talked about for years, I still run it because I want to be so fluid with it that I can get on stage and just totally focus on being with the audience and loving on them, that I'm not even in my head going, now what's next? Now what's next, right? Like that's what people are afraid of. And so I like to write out my bullet points in Sharpies, and I will put them like on a podium or a chair. And 99% of the time, I never even look at them, but it grounds me knowing that they're there. So it's all just like, it's just like a mental, it's a mind trick. So like I said, 99% of the time, I don't even look at the bullet points. If I forget something, I'll take a deep breath and then usually it comes right back to me. But again, I don't try to memorize word for word. I know about the concepts, and then I'm going to talk about this point, and then this transition, and then this story, and then the next thing. So this is more about just like the order I'm attempting to go in. But I just love bullet points because they ground you. And just knowing that it's there in case you get lost will settle you down. And there's nothing wrong if you are leading a conversation. I mean, hopefully you don't do this a lot, but say, you know what, I just want to check my notes. I just want to make sure I get this one point absolutely right, because I'm just committed that you hear the absolute facts and issues on this one thing. And then you can go over and be like, yes, so exactly, that's what I was saying, and I just wanted to reiterate that. So moving on from there, blah, 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 blah. Now, so that is the speaker pro tip, bullet points. I can't say enough about them. So just to do a quick recap, a lot of people say they're worried they're going to forget. But I feel like if you have done your homework and you know the point of your talk and you've crafted it and you know your topic and you know the basic flow, then you get up on your feet and you practice and then you work this through the outline, and then you make your bullet points. That will help ground you so much, no matter what's going on in the audience, no matter what's going on in your head, and you will have a great, awesome talk or lecture or whatever you're up to, and you won't be in your head, because that's what people are really afraid of. Because when you feel grounded and connected with what you're going to say and you trust yourself, you can totally be with the audience 110%, and that's what they want, and that's what you want, and that's where the magic really happens. So I hope you got so much out of this. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear a comment and reply back on what you thought about my Pro Insider Secret bullet points. And I hope to see you on stage or screen soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much.